welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the Roman Empire Advanced map. We're playing as a green player out of the 4th position. We have some terrible, very good, very bad, no good capital options here today, but we're going to do our best to try to win this game. We are playing as a green player of the 4th position. As mentioned, this is Tier List Tuesdays. Here's on the channel where we play every single map and risk on the meta settings. Those are Progressive Capitals. I'll run into the rest of the settings in just a moment. So those of you who are new to the channel, we've had an influx of recent subscribers and new viewers joining me. We rank these maps all up on a fancy schmancy tier list, place them on that fancy schmancy tier list, and see what we get. Where they end up, what's the best for Progressive Capitals. We're also playing with auto setup, 60-second turn timer, progressive cards, balance split size, no rank restrictions, alliances and portals throughout Fog and Blizzards on. And we do play this series with neutral inactivity behavior, just simply because the bots tend to be a little bit annoying to deal with when they're automated. I was thinking of the middle, but honestly, this isn't a terrible cap for late game anyway, as long as I don't lock it off. So if I cap here, it dissuades pink from going here, and then I can just hopefully profit from this position. I was eyeing one of the ones in the middle, but quite frankly, if I'm the pink player, I think this 2 is too good to pass up with the Blizzard positions that you have there. It's possible somebody caps and the Celtic Tribes bonus behind me. Not surprised purple went here. This is a 1-point cap hold for purple and a +3. Bonuses on this board and territory count for that matter. It's a 62 territory map. There are 5 blizzards. Knocks us down to 57 territories when blizzards are considered. That is 18 territories larger than the classic map. So not too much bigger, but enough to give you a little bit more board to play with. There are 12 bonuses. Those bonuses are as follows. Celtic Tribes is the +1. Provincia 7 is a +2, as well as Roman Parthian conflict on the eastern portion of the board. +3s are Provincia 8, Sarmatians, and Provincia 5. Provincia 1 and 3, as well as Germanic tribes, are 4 +4s. Provincia 2 and Provincia 4 are the +5s, and then Provincia 6 is the lone +7. The numbers are all mismatched and whatnot. Lone +7 in the middle of the board. I don't anticipate anybody holding that very frequently on this board, but we've got this here. Red did not cap up here, neither did purple, and we don't see pink on this particular territory. So maybe he's behind me, but it does, with black's movement on the right-hand side of the board, this shows some promise for my ability to potentially take the +3, +2, +1 up at the top of the board. Obviously, somebody could 1-point this behind me. That would be pretty unfortunate, but an easy card block late game on them. 2 territory card block, including my capital. Red is an interesting conundrum, right? He has 7 down here at the bottom of the board, but a split bonus, and then also lacking access to retake of his bonus. I think this is a really good capital. This would be a really good capital if it wasn't so clogged on his exit, right? He's technically a 1-point card block all the way up in this territory here, which I think is not super favorable for him. Now, it's not in my best interest. I actually should help red. It's not in my best interest to remove him back here. And the reason for that is purple's going to need to knock a bunch of material out of here. We don't want to help him do that. So let's go for this. We find black and purple, and this is an easy take. Maybe white has got this bonus next to me, but I think it's pretty unlikely. And I'm just going to try to give myself some insurance on territory rolls here. So we'll come back. It's very possible white breaks us, but he would be getting a bad neighbor rating immediately. So we don't have the 1-point hold over this region up here, but we have access to obviously defend against a break. I feel no need to leave troops here to hit this. Interested to see where pink emerges from, and he emerges from up this way, but is interesting. Comes out of the woodwork up at the top. Does this 5? It fortifies back. It's possible he was going for this bonus in the middle. I think that'd be a mistake. Here goes purple. Probably hits me first. Does he hit the 4? He does. I want to see how much he's got left after hitting the 3 here, if that happens. 8. Very good dice for him. However, loses 3 on that roll. We have a beeline opportunity for this capital right away. Oh no, don't hit that out of there. He's possibly got a fortify path in here. Maybe he had a ton of material If he had a ton of material on this territory and he started there and then capped here, you're probably in pretty good shape. But I would love this +1. Sorry, I would love this 1 point hold rather. Red, I don't think is going to be too happy with from his position. And we do get hit twice there. So we do unfortunately get knocked below an additional gain. We'll start with 8. If he's only got like 3 or 4 on this, which mind you, loses 3 into this, right? So he had an 8 here. This is an 8, loses 3. So shave 3 right off the top. It's down to a 5. And then has to take this territory. So this is a max of 4, then roll the 4 onto, I believe. So you would think he'd have something here to fortify back to the cap, because this would be at most 3 troops remaining after the loss of 3 on my 3. I don't know. I don't think that looks great for purple. Interested to see what white and red do. I am going to have to hit through this 2 unless it fortifies away. I doubt white makes that maneuver, or purple makes that maneuver if strong troops are sitting next to him. White's doing a lot of attacking that we do not see right now. That makes me a little bit nervous. Red starts with 5. Red has no pathing into the left-hand side here now. So again, this is a good cap in terms of there are 2 access points to the right-hand side of the board. We don't know if somebody is capped here, but we do know that red controls one of those 2 access points. This blizzard here completely blocks that passage over there. And then obviously these 2 really restrict into the pink area. This blizzard here. Generally speaking, there are only 3 major pathways over into the right-hand side anyway. And one of those has been cut off. Obviously, the blizzard on the backside. We start with 8 here. This is not going to be an intentional break of white if he does have this bonus. Pink is there. I don't want to show pink that I'm taking this. He did not even have the bonus. Leaves me a little susceptible, but red has no access over here anyway. Purple should start. He may start with 4, honestly. Pink takes this in the middle. We found pink, but I didn't want to show pink that I rolled this. We got even dice, which is great. But a 1 point hold over this region is really strong. He didn't even have the bonus, and white did not try to make a play on him. So he had a 4 here. He must have not hit red, I guess. He only starts with 3. I was correct, or I was not correct, and actually gets boxed off in the middle for a potential retaliatory play off of his own 3 and straight up flags. Just flags. So we got to hope that red actually doesn't have material behind here. Otherwise, this becomes risky of red coming off with a plus, with 8 troops of his own, maybe even 10, potentially even more. I thought purple rolled this, but it's certainly possible that he didn't. Meanwhile, pink does hit black's territory there. Black looked like he had taken this bonus. Seemingly has actually gone for a different bonus. Sarmations and territory count would be my best guess. Purple has full flag. That is worth 1 card. But if red is still back here, I don't want red back here. So pink seemingly broke black. Red is our big wild card here, right? So white was not operating in here. Black did get 9. So white is really limited in their realm of options of where they are. Because I thought they did several rolls, but we don't see them. We don't see them anywhere on the board. Red is my big concern, right? It's possible red has this bonus if pink failed that roll back here, or purple, sorry. Well, he wouldn't have failed the roll. I'm saying pink, I meant purple. He wouldn't have failed this roll because he brought troops back, and we know he didn't split anything. We watched him roll through on all of his material. We do find white over here. This will be a knockout on me. So he must have just been navigating in this general region. So I guess we find out, does red have material back here? Purple must have rolled elsewhere. Red might have this bonus. He does not. Okay. So we're going to get, if red doesn't hit me at all, we'll actually get some number of troops here. Fortifies back that way. I think 2 is fine here for now. We'll do 3. Let's do 3 up there. I want to confirm whether or not red is removed from back here. He is. So the fortify came from here. It came from Aquitania. Because this material is still back there. So now I can comfortably take this bonus knowing that I have the purple kill guard. I feel very, very confident about our position now, especially if we see pink break black, but that is seemingly not happening. He's going to let black hold double bonus up by him and not fortify to the capital. Black has a 3 staring right at you. Black could roll an aggressive 17 on 9 here if he's got enough defense on his regular capital. I don't love this play by pink. I do fear black going up above to try to come hit me. But now that we know we have a guaranteed play over here, I don't think kill guarding white. I don't think, especially if white is kept where I think white is flagged. Black rolled white's capital just now. Very strong play. Now there is so much more value in kill guarding white. There's a lot of value in the white kill guard. If that was in fact a cap roll. Does red hit my 4? It does. So unfortunately, this bonus contains this. So I've got extra cards back here. $13's up there, fine. I'm not going to be able to get in here later. Because I'm not going to be able to get in here later, I need to remove purple from the other parts of the board now. As well as white. I need to remove both purple and white from the other parts of the board as best I can. And the reason for that, and we'll get an idea here, right? If pink is operating in here, I know white is here. I don't know what's behind purple on the right-hand side. Black is getting 15. So he jumps from 14 to 15, loses. We did hit some of his troops. My concern is that he's going to remove me out from back here, in which case these flagged players' eliminations are going to be up in the air for a lot of this game. I got to try to keep an eye on bonus count simply because I don't want to risk feeding these eliminations. These 3 cards are going to be really valuable later, especially black is already exercising a lot of board control. So there's a bit of concern to be had about how they're going to play the rest of this game. Pink has gone MIA, but not inherently flagged. But if he does flag, which maybe he just doesn't want to deal with black's wrath anymore, we need to do our best effort to not let these cards get fed to my opponents. Black does knock red out of here. I understand the value of a +3. The issue is that these cards are going to be more valuable later in the game. They're eventually going to be worth it. Not so much the purple cards. He's got 20 troops on the right-hand side here. Oh! That wasn't his cap stack, was it? He could theoretically have 40 troops. I've been committing mine into more stuff. All right. I mean, that's one way to do it, man. Red flags. I wasn't expecting that. So the reason I went into black here, I know he's going to trade in. The reason I hit black all that much, I don't want him to have a single bonus, and I had a feeling red might quit. It's basically me versus black now. That transpired a lot faster than I thought it would. But I can't not take that. He'll start with whatever the initial trade-in is, which is not a whole lot. Red bot, if red stays as a bot, red will trade, which is unfortunate. Pink shouldn't because it's a neutral. But red on 5 will trade, so that'll kind of pollute our material back here. But we've got a hold on purple, so black might get this back. If black gets this back, that could spell trouble for us. I'm not sure how we're going to be able to get in there. He does have quite a bit of material up here. but he's not going to trade for that much. So he gets 6, trades for 4. We'll have like 19 troops coming at us. I don't think he can full clear me back here. And he's going to go off of this position. If he lets me sit here, I think we can just start hunting. I didn't plan for this to play out like this, everybody. I do feel a little bit guilty about it. Well, that's one way to do it. I've had long games on this map. I've had very, very short ones. This is unfortunately starting to fall into the very, very short ones realm. And unfortunately, because red did not full flag like the white and purple players did, he'll continue placing troops, as will pink. So pretty easy retaliatory play here on black. I think I should be able to remove them pretty easily. I believe he had full bonus up here. It's really about whether or not purple was in the middle. And white, for that matter. I have to find a nuanced way to do this. I think I can collect everything back here. Keep black at bay. Cap is up here. So, and there's a 9 there. Not great. It'll take me some time to get rid of this, because red's going to have all of these territories, but we want to almost target the red cap first. Those may have been cap troops that swung around, but I don't think so. So it's not, it's looking good, I'll say. It's looking good, but it is not a guaranteed victory by any means. So let's do this. And there is white back here. I'm glad I investigated that. White there. Okay. So this is a guaranteed bonus back here for me. And it really comes down to what's in the middle, right? I don't think red will have it trapped. We know black won't have anything trapped up here once I take that out. So I've got the double kill guard. White up. Black flagged. Black flagged. Black, you had guaranteed second. All you had to do was keep playing, man. That's a shame. Purple really fed this to us. Pink botted first before red. So what I'm going to do, we're just going to try to clean up as much of the board as I can right now. Don't think I'm going to be able to eliminate pink. But I can probably get some extra cards here. Actually, let's do this. Oh, I messed that up. That was white. All right. I mean, I don't think pink or red is going to come back, so it's really down to the... down to how much board I can just cream through here. Bummer. Yeah, we'll try to eliminate red after pink. Actually, I'm glad I didn't take that capital. What a weird game. I'm sorry that this wasn't the most entertaining. Really, I hope you guys enjoyed the early piece, right? The go aggressive to purple and then try to play for the kill guards. The logic is there, right? In a game where red doesn't slam into black, where pink doesn't quit. And this is why, if you're the pink player in this situation, genuinely, if the pink player watches this video, I implore you desperately, I desperately implore you, stick with it, man. You don't know what's going to happen in the game. You always have a shot to win the game. And unfortunately, he didn't really try at all to stick with it, which is unfortunate. So I'm doing this. Since black is already flagged, his placement is already in place. Oh, I'm so glad that won. That'll give me extra troops. Maybe red. Oh, red's returned. Okay. So the game should have ended with red flagged. Oh, no, it's doing that stupid thing. So there's this silly thing where if you don't outright flag yourself, it keeps you as a bot. In normal settings, and I think they're trying to fix this. This should end. The game should end with the bot in that state. But we'll clean up the board. Why not? We don't trade off of black, well, we do if I do it this way. Again, black's placement, because he flagged outright, is already set in stone. And we should have a nice simple cap run here. Not the domination that I intended to have so easily here. But certainly not going to complain. 13 on 4 wins. What do I have to say about this map? It is... I think it's okay. We'll take a look at it on the actual image. Let's take a look at the ranks of our opponents. Black was novice, so was pink. Beginner on red and purple, and then white intermediate. I just wish these guys would stick with it. Red was proof that pink should have stuck with it. He went and slammed the cap. Obviously lost the capital or didn't win the capital, but at least tried to make a play. I came through. I was going to leave him alive behind me because of the efforts he put in, but he quit. I really wish people just stick with it. There's always a chance to either win or improve your placement. I wish black waited until red and pink had flagged. I intended on giving him second place, but he unfortunately bailed on us. Where does the map rank? Let me take a look first at the image of the map here. I ran through all of our bonuses and our territory count. The biggest issue I have with this map is blizzard placement. Just fundamentally, it makes certain positions far too strong, particularly the right-hand side if you get the right collection of blizzards. If you get like a Crete blizzard, you've got a Crete blizzard, and then anything that blocks this line of pathing off, you've got a 1-point hold off of this territory here. And I just think that's like a little bit too strong. I think it gets a little too funneled, a little too easy to card block. And oftentimes I've played this map, you'll get so strong, then you'll get card blocked in the late game. But because the sets are so high, it takes forever to eliminate. So this game, I don't find that the snowball we had today is as common as long drawn out games that take a while, but I don't think there's much in between. I think it's generally usually either a snowball or a long drawn out game, unless somebody makes a critical mistake. In this game, somebody made a critical mistake and it turned it into a snowball. So where it falls for me on the list, I mentioned last episode of Tier List Tuesday that I thought that the United States Advanced map is the worst from this map pack. I don't actually know that I agree with that so much anymore. I still think this map that we just played is more fun, but I think as far as the tier list goes and the way that Progressive Capitals is played, I mean, we have Alcatraz in the F tier, right? So, or E tier rather. Alcatraz is fun, but it's objectively not objectively. It's subjectively a pretty bad map, all things considered, with Progressive Capitals. Super stalematey, but occasionally you get those just absolute fun battles that makes it worth it. I would say the same of Roman Empire Advanced, where I think it's fun compared to US Advanced, but I don't think it's an inherently balanced or well-constructed Progressive Capitals map. Mostly because of the ease of card block and the potential for snowball. US Advanced has the potential for snowball, but I think that the card blocks are a little bit more, they take a little bit more skill to set up if you do it. I think I like this map more for Prog Caps than Dracon Fortress, but not quite so much Trigons. I think Trigons is just an amplified version of this that makes it more fun, and that's why we're going to sit with it above. We'll be taking a look at Ottoman Empire Advanced next week as the last map in the Advanced 2 map pack. And then we'll move on to a new map pack after that. If you guys enjoyed this one, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much for joining me on another episode of Tier List Tuesday. As always, everybody, I have been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.